I've been noticing a lot this past holiday season, starting from Thanksgiving to now. And why do I say till now? Well, Christmas and aloha, the aloha spirit for me, go hand in hand. Living in Hawaii these past 20 plus years, growing up here, I noticed that every time that there's something that needs to be done for the less fortunate, it's done on this season. It's done to help the lesser fortunate to help the less fortunate. I recorded this video 5 times. This is on my 5th take right now. And I've been having the hardest time finding the words because I really don't want to say something that pisses a lot of people off, but I think it needs to be said. No aloha spirit during this holiday season and in seasons past. A lot of the times people do things with an ulterior motive. More so, if it's an individual doing something nice for somebody, I don't question it. But inside, when I see an organization do something or a local business that does something, I see it as an ulterior motive for the holiday season. Even our newscasters who broadcast those families who are in need, I see that as an ulterior motive. Why? Because they're bringing disadvantaged people into their viewership. They're adding to their business. They're adding as a form of marketing to their business. And for me, if you're going to do something, do it in spirit. Do it in the spirit of giving. Literally in the spirit of giving. Not to get on the horn saying, oh, this holiday season, reach into your hearts and donate something. No, it's more like reach into your wallet and donate something. The reason why I want to bring this up this holiday season is to challenge each and every one of you to do something and not record it. To do something and give something that means a lot to you. Meaning that last $3. Now granted, if you need it for bus, don't do that. If you need that money for gas, don't do that. If you need that section of money for rent, don't do it. But if you can and you're able to, do it because you want to. Like granted, I've been seeing a lot of posts lately for the past several years, people giving homeless people food this holiday season and saying God bless you. When you do that stuff and you say God bless you, you're already claiming your reward. When the reward shouldn't be recognition by that person's face or saying, oh, God bless you, thank you so much. But rather the look of gratitude on their faces should be more than enough. And you can see the gratitude in their eyes. Not necessarily in their body language, but in their eyes. Because their eyes, even in a drug-induced state or an intoxicated stupor, you can see that glimmer of hope, that glimmer of happiness. A lot of businesses do what they do and post it on our social media platforms to say, hey, we're a giving company. We think about the lesser beings. But you know what they're really doing this holiday season through Black Friday and now? Is free enterprise marketing. And for me, when I see that, it hurts me. Because I grew up in a state where love like that, where you help out your fellow man, is free. I grew up in a state, in a area of the island of Oahu where people give love freely. The elderly people that you talk to, they strike up a conversation with you and you can have the most deepest, most random, funny ass conversations with a grandpa that's off his rocker, but you'll still learn something and be blessed by it. At the same time, there will be random people paying for your Starbucks while you're waiting in that line. I grew up with that. I grew up with that non-recognition of doing something because it's just a good thing to do. It's that happy feeling you get inside. But for those businesses that do that, for those charitable organizations that do that, I don't see the point in that. That's just the point of marketing. Your marketing is based off an age-old technique saying that, hey, these people are reputable people because they do something well with their profits. When it should be said that, hey, they got some dope shit. I like it. I like what they do. I'm gonna buy their shit and buy into that brand. You see what I mean? A lot of times people will see these businesses, these organizations, and say, hey, I want to be a part of that. I want to be labeled with that. Just so that way that organization or that business can earn a buck this holiday season. We live in a, let me just tell you this, people. For local business owners, local organizations, non-charitable and non-for-profit organizations, we live in a state called the Aloha State. We live in a state where a lot of people say that they care about the homeless, but only, I would say, 0.5% of Hawaii's population really actually do something to care about it. And at the same time, they post it on social media for everybody to see. Yes, that's a good thing and they should be recognized. But what's the greatest recognition of all time is when somebody sees what you're doing in the shadows and they observe you doing it and they jump in on it. That for me is the true meaning of the holiday spirit and how it coincides and how it correlates to me as the Aloha spirit. And why are we just doing that and jumping on that now when it's nearing the end of the day? We only got 26 more days till the end of the year. We only got, say, 21 days till Christmas. Why only then are we are planning to do things and extending our hand to our fellow man saying that, hey, I love you, man. I love you, girl. Let me hug you as a brother, or let me hug you as a sister, and say God loves you, or you're loved, you're cared for. And then leave them on the street, say 364 days out of the year. And the reason why I said 365 is because this year is a leap year. Keep that in mind. Now, I don't know much about businesses and charity work, but I do know that we as a nation, we as a people need to go back to basics. This holiday season, there is no aloha. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I'm going to call that. While yes, there are a lot of people doing some really good stuff for their community, I salute you for that. But let me ask you this. What would you be if you didn't advertise what you was doing? What would you be? Where would your business be if you didn't advertise what you was doing as charitable? Ask yourself that right now. For the business people who do these so-called charitable projects, ask yourself this. What would your business be like, say before, let's just say when you reach, say, your first 6 figures? What would your business be like if you didn't do that charity work and posted it on social media? Would you still be getting the presence, the business presence you have today? Or would it be the same as it was when you first started? Because a lot of people buy into a brand that promotes positivity rather than radiates negativity. On top of that, people buy into a brand that's more positively geared for success than it is hidden in the shadows and building itself up that way. Food for thought, people.